Welcome to Deroko Technology Company. My name is Francis Osei, an IT specialist, an official member, and researcher at Deroko Technology Company. I present to you a comprehensive overview of airborne diseases and inventive solutions by Deroko Technology. Airborne diseases have been a persistent and devastating global health issue, affecting millions of people worldwide. Deroko Technology is proud to present a comprehensive overview of this critical problem and introduce our groundbreaking inventions designed to provide a solution. Airborne diseases are illnesses caused by pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or protozoa that can spread through the air when an infected person coughs, sneezes, talks, or even breathes. These infectious agents become suspended in tiny respiratory droplets and can remain airborne for varying durations. Some of the common airborne diseases include influenza. This influenza, caused by the influenza virus, spread through the respiratory droplets. And another one is tuberculosis, which is normally called TB, caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, spread through the respiratory droplets. The next one is pneumonia. This one is caused by various bacteria, viruses, and fungi, spread through the respiratory droplets. Measles is caused by the measles virus, spread through the respiratory droplets. We have the chickenpox, caused by the varicella zoster virus, spread through respiratory droplets. Another one is SARS-CoV-2, which is known or popularly known as COVID-19, caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus, spread through respiratory droplets. Another one is Legionnaire's disease, caused by the Legionella bacteria, spread through the aerosolized water droplets. The next one is histoplasmosis, caused by the Histoplasma capsulatum fungus, spread through airborne spores. Now, let us tackle some of the causes of airborne disease. The following can be some of the causes of airborne disease, that is virus. Various viruses cause airborne disease, such as influenza, normally known as flu, measles, chickenpox, COVID-19, and the common cold. These viruses can be highly contagious and easily transmitted through respiratory droplets. And then bacteria. Some bacterial infections are airborne, like tuberculosis, which is normally known as TB, which spread when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Other bacterial infections, like whooping cough, which is pertussis, can also be transmitted through the air. Fungi. The fungal spores can cause airborne infections, such as those responsible for fungal respiratory infections, like aspergillosis or histoplasmosis. These infections may occur when spores are inhaled. Parasites. While less common, certain parasites can also be transmitted through the air. For example, some parasite infections like toxoplasmosis can be contracted by inhaling contaminated dust or soil containing parasite cysts. Poor ventilation. Inadequate ventilation can lead to the accumulation of airborne pathogens. And then overcrowding. Close proximity to others can increase the risk of transmission. And then poor hygiene. Failure to practice good hygiene, such as hand washing, can contribute to the spread of airborne diseases. Weakened immune system is another factor. Individuals with compromised immune systems are more susceptible to airborne diseases. And then, last but not least, is age. Old adults and young children are more vulnerable to airborne disease. I can add another one to it, which is environmental factors that we are going to delve into that. Dust, pollutants, and allergens in the air can exacerbate respiratory conditions and contribute to the spread of disease. Particulate matter carrying infectious agents can remain suspended in the air, facilitating transmissions. Now let us look at the environmental factors. One of the environmental factors contributing to airborne disease is deforestation. When we say deforestation, what do you know about deforestation? A key contributor to climate change and airborne diseases. Deforestation is the process of clearing forests and using the land for other purposes. Although it's been a part of human society for thousands of years, the pace of deforestation has exploded in recent years, and the planet is paying the price. The causes and effects of deforestation are complex and intertwined, and the impacts are far-reaching and undeniable. Let us take a closer look at how deforestation works and how it negatively impacts the planet, animals, and humanity. Although deforestation happens around the world to some extent, around 95% of deforestation occurs in the tropics, and 1/3 of that takes place in Brazil. Another 14% occurs in Indonesia. Collectively, Brazil and Indonesia account for about 45% of all deforestation. About 20% of tropical deforestation takes place in South American countries other than Brazil, and another 17% occurs in Africa. By contrast, around 2/3 of all forest degradation occurs in temperate regions, primarily North America, China, Russia, and South Asia. What are the environmental impacts of deforestation? Deforestation impacts the environment in a number of negative ways, some more obvious than others. 1. Global warming and greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation emits massive amounts of greenhouse gases and is a significant contributor to rising global temperatures in a few different ways. Trees, as we all know, trap carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and store it in their trunks, branches, leaves, and roots. This makes them a crucial tool for reducing global warming, as carbon dioxide is a potent greenhouse gas when those trees are removed. However, that carbon dioxide is then released back into the air. The greenhouse emissions don't end there. However, as we've seen, the vast majority of deforested land is converted for agricultural use, and agriculture itself is a huge contributor to global warming as well. Animal agriculture is especially damaging, with scientists estimating that between 11 and 20% of all greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock farms. Finally, the absence of trees on deforested land means that carbon dioxide that's emitted from other sources, such as vehicles or local communities, is no longer being stored by trees. As such, deforestation increases net greenhouse emissions in 3 ways. It releases the carbon that's already stored in the forest. 2, it prevents the trapping of additional carbon from other sources. And 3, it facilitates the release of new greenhouse gases through its conversion to agricultural land. With this, deforestation can lead to increased air pollution, exacerbating respiratory disease as mentioned earlier. In conclusion, the fight against airborne diseases has reached a significant milestone. Deroko Technology is proud to introduce the Air Siever, a revolutionary device specifically designed to purify the air, eliminate pathogens, and prevent the spread of airborne disease. Let us talk about the Air Siever, a groundbreaking invention designed by our inventor of the century. The Air Siever is a groundbreaking invention developed by Deroko Technology designed to mimic the natural air purifying properties of trees. This cutting-edge device has the remarkable ability to absorb pollutants, toxins, and particulate matter from the air, improving air quality and promoting healthier breathing. Trees play an essential role in maintaining the health and balance of the planet and are incredibly beneficial to life on Earth, including human life. Here is a comprehensive overview of how trees benefit human beings or benefit us. Environmental benefits. 1. Oxygen production. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen through photosynthesis. A single mature tree can produce enough oxygen for 10 people every year. This is crucial for maintaining the balance of gases in the atmosphere. The next one, carbon sequestration. Trees help combat climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide, one of the major greenhouse gases. Forests act as carbon sinks, storing carbon and preventing it from contributing to global warming. And then climate regulation. Trees influence local and global climate patterns. Forests help regulate temperature by providing shade and through the process of evapotranspiration, where moisture from trees cools the air. Now, another one is soil protection. Tree roots help to stabilize the soil and prevent erosion. Without trees, heavy rains can wash away soil, leading to desertification and loss of fertile land. Trees also improve soil structure by adding organic matter as their leaves decompose. Air quality improvement. Trees filter pollutants from the air, such as sulfur dioxide, ammonia, nitrogen oxide, and particulate matter. They act as natural air purifiers, reducing respiratory issues like asthma and other lung diseases. But it is sad to see trees being cut down on a daily basis, as we have talked about its negative impact earlier. Now, our inventor has a very tangible motive behind his invention. And let us go deeper into his motive behind the invention of the Air Siever. The primary motivation behind the invention of the Air Siever is addressed to pressing global issues of air pollution, climate change challenges, and its devastating impact on human health and the environment. Now, some of the problems that we are going to tackle. Air pollution is responsible for millions of premature deaths worldwide each year, with the World Health Organization estimating that 9 out of 10 people breathe polluted air. The alarming rise in airborne diseases such as respiratory infection, lung cancer, and other cardiovascular diseases has become a major concern for governments, health organizations, and individuals alike. Now, the solution. The Air Siever is designed to provide a revolutionary solution to this global problem by harnessing cutting-edge technology. This inventive device aims to 1. Purify polluted air. The Air Siever or the Air Siever's advanced filtration system removes harmful pollutants, toxins, and pathogens from the air, producing clean and fresh air. 2. Eliminate airborne diseases. By eradicating pathogens and pollutants, the air Siever helps prevent the spread of airborne diseases, creating a healthier environment for individuals and communities. And then protect the environment. By reducing air pollution, the air Siever contributes to a cleaner and more sustainable environment, protecting ecosystems and preserving natural resources. Now, the inventor's vision. The inventor's vision for the air Siever is to create a world where people can breathe easily, live healthily, and thrive in a clean and sustainable environment. By making this inventive technology accessible and affordable, the goal is to make a positive impact on global health, solving climate change challenges, environmental sustainability, and economic development. Now, functionalities of the air Siever. As the name implies, the air Siever has inbuilt components that enable it to purify the air in its surroundings. These components include an air filter and an oxygen producer. This device will be installed in cars, motors, generators, airplanes, trains, and other machines that produce smoke with the goal of sanitizing the environment with clean air. While these machines are in operation, instead of emitting harmful smoke containing carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and other pollutants, the air Siever will pump treated air into the atmosphere. This is made possible by its unique structure, which features alveoli-like air sacs surrounded by liquids. The section of the device through which the air passes contain specially designed chemicals that treat polluted air, eliminating pathogens that can cause airborne diseases. As a result, these pathogens are rendered lifeless, and the air Siever effectively eradicates airborne diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries. Moreover, this invention eliminates the need for injections to treat airborne disease, which often have adverse effects on human health. That is to say, injectable medications can have severe adverse effects on human immune system. Consequently, it is preferable to avoid injections as a treatment method, since the air Siever is equipped with special components to combat any potential airborne diseases. Let us unite in our effort to combat air pollution and airborne diseases. With the air Siever, we can create a better world for generations to come. Thank you.